Well, I'm back here in my old converted chicken house that has been converted into a greenhouse. And if you remember some time ago, we planted some potatoes in here, and they're doing quite well. Let me show you how they're doing. This is kind of gratifying to see this. Well, it's kind of gratifying for me. If you remember, I planted three rows, I think, along here. And you can kind of see there's sort of like 3 rows that are going this way. So you're going this way. Yeah, there it goes. Anyway, there you can see there's some potato vines sticking out here. Now these are sticking out because they were that long when I planted them. And they don't seem to be doing very well right now. There's some coming up right there, and there's some coming up there. Now, the reason these aren't doing very well, I just poured some water here so you can see it's wet. But the water isn't getting out here that far from the sprinkler system. You can see here where the ground is definitely wet. The sprinklers ran a little bit ago, and so the ground where it is definitely wet, they're growing a lot better in those areas. And so I'm going to try to water some stuff out here and see if we can do it better. But anyway, you can see the potatoes are doing very, very well. We're gonna get a good crop of potatoes out here. Now on this side, last year, I tried to grow some sweet potatoes, and they really didn't do too well. I got some very small sweet potatoes. But as you can see, where the dirt here is wet, again, that's where the sprinkling is happening. So what I'm going to do on this side is I'm going to plant some sweet corn and try to harvest that. Now, if it doesn't get too hot in here, sweet corn will do well because it likes heat, but not really lots of heat. So anyway, so that's what I'm going to do. And this is the kind of corn I am going to plant right here. See if there we go. It's early golden bantam, and it's a hybrid, I believe. Yeah, it says on here somewhere. Well, maybe it's not. Maybe it's not a hybrid. Maybe this is a heirloom. If that's the case, well, I'll save that. 75, I'll save the seeds. 75 days to harvest. Well, anyway, so I'm going to plant this sweet corn, and hopefully we'll have some nice corn on the cob here pretty soon. Okay, now the way I'm going to do this, I'm going to make 2 little furrows here where it is getting watered, and I'll do one here and one here. And there we go. Well, let's break that up. One here. Yeah, that ought to do it. Okay. Now we'll cover them up. There we go. Okay, so there we go. They're all planted, and this is the 1st of May, so we'll see how well they grow. There's plenty of time here left in the season to grow a crop, maybe 2. What I might do is once these start growing, I might plant something else, that will use the corn stalks as a place to climb, maybe some pole beans or something like that. But anyway, done. We're 1st of May. and we'll see how they grow. Today is May 12th, and as you can see, they're growing quite nicely. We get a few of these weeds out of here. Weeds are also growing quite nicely too, but got to keep control of them. But let me show you here a little close-ups of some of the potatoes. You can see how they're growing. They're growing really, really well. But anyway, they're coming up, and you can see that there's some that are just coming up, like right there. That one right there is just barely coming up. And then there's some that are really well along, like this one right here. And some right back there. See, they're really doing well. So, I think I'm going to get a real good potato crop this year. Now, the real trick is I've got to ventilate this greenhouse here a little bit better. Like I said, this used to be an old chicken house. And it does have ventilation in here. The ventilator window, that's open. And the old chicken, where the chickens used to come in and out of here, I've just got a screen on top of that. But that's open, so you can feel a little air coming out of there if you put your hand on there. So there is ventilation in here, but this is not enough because in the summertime when it warms up, it gets well over 100 degrees in here. So we'll have to do something. But anyway, there's the potatoes. And as you can see on this side, see, I even put some in here. But there's nothing coming up yet. Now there's one right there. See, that's a brand new one. So, you know, there should be something in here too, but I don't see anything yet. But anyway, so there's all stages. Ones here that are really coming up, doing well, and some that are just barely emerging. So this ought to do really, really well. So there's my potatoes. I planted some corn, and it is now just starting to come up. Let me bring you over here, and I'll show you what corn looks like as it's just starting to come up. Now there's one right there. See, I don't know if you can see that, but see that? It's coming up. There's one, and there's another one. And these, I'm not sure. I don't know what that is, but it looks like it might be corn. If it is, it's a real big one coming up. But now, if you come down here a little ways further, you can see there's some corn that's a lot more developed. See this one and these right there? So that's what they look like when they just barely first come up. There's another one over there, see? Now I've got 2 rows of these. That's why there's some right here, and then there's another one up there. So there should be a bunch that come up along here too. And so anyway, so there, the corn is starting to come up, and hopefully it'll really do well in here. I think it will. So anyway, that's the corn update. So we'll see how it goes.